I do subscribe to the view that people with AI will outperform people without AI, and therefore be part of that future rather than deny it or fight against it.
How has customer service shaped the growth of your company as a luxury travel business?
So Ru, client experience is the heart of our business. It is obviously in the travel sector, that is what we do. And the way we deliver that is through really deep insight into our clients, understand their preferences, their needs, their aspirations with regards to their travel. We also complement that with what we believe is unrivaled local knowledge about the destinations, locations, activities, etc. on a trip. And then we bring those things together to personalise each trip for each travelling group as they go. We then put a service wrapper around that because, as we all know, when you are on a holiday, what you want to do is focus on the holiday, and you want to make sure that all those arrangements are made and delivered and that they work seamlessly.
How do you manage those high expectations of your customers and ensure that you're keeping them loyal?
So I think you're right. I think expectations continue to rise, and I think that they will, and I think AI will just raise the bar even further as things become more enabled, if you like, whether that be the channels of communication that people expect to be available to them. And that increasingly means they expect that those services and those answers and those interactions can happen across wider time windows, often 24/7, etc. So I think that those things will continue to raise the bar as we go forward. I think for us at Audley, it's making sure that we continue to focus on the heart of the value that we add, that deep understanding of clients, the deep understanding of those travel destinations and experiences. And it's using technology to help us deliver. Sometimes, if I give an example, we would deliver you a trip in its design. Previously, that would have been on paper some decades ago. Now, obviously, that is online, but you still have in that design, in that online experience, the personalised notes from the person you've spoken to who's designed that trip for you. So we're able to use the technology to improve the communication, but also convey the personalisation and the customer experience, if you like, that comes through that. So we look to augment what we do, enhance, and just raise the bar for ourselves and for others.
And now you've worked in a few travel organisations. And over the last decade, what are some of the changes that you've seen, especially with the advancement of AI?
I think what you've seen through those changes is increased access to information, which from a travel perspective is fantastic. People can learn about destinations and opportunities far better than they could before. And we're seeing that also now with AI, where people can actually access information that was previously available but hard to access. Is now much easier to do that, to get inspiration and do some research before they would speak to a company like ours.
And what would be your advice? Because, as you say, the world is changing so very fast. What's your advice for leaders to stay ahead of these tech developments so that they can do the best for their business?
I think my advice generally is probably summarised by lean in. I think that there are a lot of unknowns. There are always competing priorities. I think it is a very high degree of probability, if not a certainty, that the advances in AI will continue to move forward. I do subscribe to the view that people with AI will outperform people without AI, and therefore be part of that future rather than deny it or fight against it. Because I do believe my advice would be, go explore, go try things. And I think try things with real business value. There's nothing worse than a solution looking for a problem kind of situation, and there are many opportunities to deploy AI for real business advantage. And I think that try small things, learn, understand again. Understand where your data may be a limitation, or maybe you have hidden value in your data you never realized you could exploit. You will learn so much by leaning in, moving things forward, moving them forward slowly. That's fine, moving forward knowingly, if you like, in that sense. And before you know it, others will be looking at you thinking, how did they get there?